There are three types of lists to choose from in HTML: unordered lists, ordered lists, and description lists. Let's start with how an unordered list works. Unordered lists are lists that contain information that does not have a sequential order. An example of an unordered list in everyday life is a grocery list. You don't necessarily need to take the groceries off the store shelves in a certain order, but you still need to carry a list with you. We'll make a grocery list containing apples, bananas, grapes, and oranges as an example. Unordered lists are created by nesting list or li elements inside of an unordered list or ul element like this. Let's save this and take a look at the result. The unordered list is essentially a list of bullet-pointed items. We can change the type of bullet by setting the style attribute of the unordered list to change its list style type. The style attribute is a little bit different than the other attributes that we've been looking at so far. I'll demonstrate how this is done, but won't go into the details of what is happening just yet. We'll cover styling in depth a little bit later. There are four options for the list style type. The default we have seen is called disk. The other options are circle, square, and none. Let's make a list of each of the style types so that we can save it and see an example of each type of bullet for the unordered list. Stepping back to our code, let's make an example of an ordered list. Take away the style attribute and change the unordered list tags to ordered list tags or OL tags. Save and view. The only difference is that the bullet points have been replaced with numbers. By default, ordered lists are displayed with leading numbers. This can be changed by setting the type attribute of the ordered list element to uppercase A for uppercase letters, lowercase a for lowercase letters, uppercase I for uppercase Roman numerals, lowercase I for lowercase Roman numerals, or it can be set to the default of 1 for numbers. Let's make a quick example of each type of ordered list. Save and view. A very helpful feature of lists is that they can be nested in other lists to create indentations or an outline effect. Let's nest some of our ordered lists to see how a simple outline can be generated. Using this idea of list nesting and wrapping list elements with anchor tags is a very quick way to make an effective table of contents or frequently asked questions page. Now that we've exhausted unordered and ordered lists, let's take a look at the less common but very straightforward description list. A description list is made by nesting description terms, or DT elements, and description data, or DD elements, inside of a description list, or DL element. This type of list is primarily used to display definition of terms. To some, lists may not seem all that important at first glance, but they're not often used in making lists in the literal sense like we've just done. Lists have a more practical use in making lists of links like menus, navigation bars, image gallery thumbnails, header or footer links, so on and so forth. Lists should be seen as a collection of similar content. Using text as content like we just did is one of the many content options. We will look at some of the possibilities when we begin styling our HTML elements.